A sprint car background, no karting experience, no road course, nothing. Went into this and he was doing pretty good. I forgot his name, but yeah, no, definitely it creates some really good drivers.
Yeah, and we've got people like Brent Cruz in Trans Am, just 15 years of age, and he's still doing sprint cars. Yeah, still doing the dirt. So yeah. You know, Oliver. Now he had a lock up there yesterday, but that was a bit weird, wasn't it? Well, I'll probably get a replay of that, but that was a big off, and luckily he's recovered it, but not what he wanted. Let's hope we get a replay of that one, but that was Oliver Westling going off heavily there, but managing to catch it, keep the engine going, and he's back out and running. So Westling dropping down to 7th, then Hill and Hewitt. But there you see from above as they come out of the carousel. Boys, see what you see when you see this. Let's have a look at the replay.
I just think he's came in a little bit too hard. Had some lockup. I think he flipped a little bit of the outside grass.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not hard to do. He's just pushing the limits.
Yeah, an easy mistake to make, and we were talking earlier, the difference perhaps between F4 and FR is that these cars are what I would say is twitchier, which when things go wrong, it goes wrong quicker. There's less time for you to catch, save, make a reaction to whatever's gone wrong, and so sometimes you're a passenger before you know it.
Oh, 100%. I haven't driven these cars, but I've driven some higher downforce open wheels, and they're way less forgiving. You got to be a lot smarter when you want to put the pedal down.
No question. Ryan Sheehan still putting the hurt on Callum Hedge, and it's been this way throughout the season. The two teammates from Crosslink Kiwi Motorsport, and it's a good rivalry. They're both very laid-back characters, very different characters, I may add, but it's a good rivalry, and I think there's a lot of respect between the two. I certainly know, talking to Ryan Sheehan, he knew as soon as Callum Hedge signed up for the championship that he'd have a lot of competition on his hands, and it's turned out to be that way. At the start of the season at NOLA, Ryan Sheehan left that weekend with the head of the championship. Callum Hedge didn't have the perfect weekend. He had some engine issues, and that allowed Ryan to carry the championship lead into Road America, but then from Road America onwards, Callum Hedge has won everything in sight, and now looking for a 7th in a row, which would be incredible. Gap's still good though. Sheehan's in touch and has got time with 24 minutes to go. And again, I'll say to you, when's the perfect time? I don't suppose there is a perfect time. And I asked at the beginning, it looks as though he's chosen to just stick with Hedge and not do anything crazy and maybe make that move right at the end.
I think he's waiting to get a little bit closer. If I was in that situation, I'd try to get in the lead as quick as possible. You don't know if he's saving anything, if Hedge has something left in the sleeve, so you want to be in the front always.
Good call. And here comes Cooper Becklin as well. He's still there in third, and he's done a good job of staying with them as well.
Yeah, he's a little bit out of the tow right now, but no, we haven't seen the gap increase that much or like decrease either. So I think once we start to see this battle come a little bit in the next few minutes, I think he'll be part of it too.
So into the next corner they go, which is the keyhole, and right.
Tom Cruise.
Well put, Tom. But they got the water bottles there, the fire extinguishers there, taking a look at this number 39 machine. Track workers were going to have to put some oil dry down. Just halfway.
The Trans Am Series presented by Pirelli returns to Road America for the Road America Speed Tour July 7th through the 9th, featuring the Trans Am Series presented by Pirelli, International GT, PSSA, Formula Race Promotions, and Saturday, take part in the Haggerty Cars and Caffeine Car Show with Parade Lab. You do not want to miss the Road America Speed Tour July 7th through the 9th. For tickets and information, simply go to roadamerica.com.
Not been off the podium at all. 2 wins, a third, from the 5, going on 1.5 minutes on the clock. So if they don't find any fluid on the racetrack, you should be able to get a restart. the Prix and accelerate away from the pack now. The next car, so we'll pull forward to pit lane. Now ahead, we'll bring them around for the restart.
with him, and he's also got obviously Stephen Giles, another Kiwi with bags of experience, runs a team in New Zealand, as do Gary Orton and his team. So yeah, it's a family affair, so to speak. Boy, it's really hard to call who's going to win this. It really is. I mean, you wouldn't bet against Callum Hedge, but with 0.3 of a gap and no gap really between he and Becklin, it really is tight.
Yeah, no, that split in between them, I think Becklin's pushing it hard. We saw that coming out of 5, that he's trying to get the most out of it and trying to think about making this move soon.
So they come out of the carousel one more time. Less than 3 minutes to go now. So it's hurry up time now, Frankie. When are you going to pull the pin if you're Cooper?
If you're Cooper, it's right when you're on their tail. I mean, you want to be there, but also you want to think about the end result. I think white flag, especially.
Yeah.
Like, if you got to give Brian the chance.
But wait for the white flag.
Right. Yeah. No, you have to give Brian the chance to bring the fight to count, because if Cooper thought he had the pace, I think he would have gone by now.
That's interesting. Yeah, good point. So down the back straight then. With just over 2 minutes to go. We'll get the white flag out pretty soon. And Callum Hedge controlling this race, although it's very tight indeed. But this is another accomplished performance by the young 19-year-old Aucklander. Sponsored by the Gilt Trap Group and Highlands Motorsport Park. And many others, I may add. So we're waiting on the white flag, which should be out fair. Well, they might have to. We'll see. We'll find out as we come down to the end of this lap through Thunder Valley for another time and into the three-dimensional services group carousel. And in fact, we're going to get another lap before the white. So that's good news.
Yeah,
that's certainly good news for those chasing. Very close, huh?
Yeah.
But that makes it just a little bit more interesting for those chasing. In fact, Hedge is up the pace, really. And in fact, has just got a little bit of breathing room. Not much, but enough to just settle down a little bit. Ooh, nice flames out the back of the 19 as he changes down. Stephen Giles watching on, staying patient. He's always a very relaxed customer. Stephen Giles, former McLaren Formula One engineer. He too runs his own team in New Zealand, Giles Motorsport. One of the most effective and accomplished racing teams in single-seaters. In fact, Ryan Sheehan raced for Giles Motorsport in New Zealand recently, so it's a team that knows each other's skills and weaknesses and strengths very well indeed.
Yeah, I definitely saw a lot of top people go overseas and compete over there in FR and definitely prepare for this series. I mean, Sheehan definitely got loads of experience doing that coming into it after a really good F4 season for him as well. And so I definitely think that kind of impacted him, putting him on the same level as Hedge, too.
Yeah, I really do. I can't say more about the CT Frock series in terms of, there's that white flag, in terms of changing you from, a good driver to a very good driver and a consistent driver. It's a 6-week series that really, it's intense, but really has helped the young American Ryan Sheehan, no question, to go down there and do that. But like you said, any form of racing, anytime you've got a chance to get seat time, it's going to help.
I don't think we're going to end up seeing a battle through here. I mean, Ryan had a really good first 2 turns, same with Hedge, and then Cooper seemed to go a little bit wide out of 2, and so I don't think we're going to cut it that close, but, anything can happen right here.
Yeah, I think Callum Hedge sort of went, okay, I'm going to do a really special lap now, which he did just after that restart, and I think basically, well, it's pretty close.
It is.
But, yeah, Ryan just seems good at the, it was funny, it was the opposite in the previous race. Now we'll see it. But it's running out of time. There's only one real move at the carousel, but that's a risky one at the best of times. So it's going to be Callum Hedge yet again in 7th heaven. Absolutely sublime, absolutely superb. The 17 has done it. You used to have heaven 17, well now it's 7 in a row for Callum Hedge of Auckland, New Zealand, who wins for the Kiwi team. Sheehan takes 2nd place and Cooper Beckland settles for 3rd. There's Gary Orton, the team manager, and again, another good day at the office for the man from South Island, New Zealand.
No, it's a beautiful result for him. I mean, he's close to putting himself on the same level as Kyle Kirkwood. I mean, big IndyCar driver, won the Long Beach Grand Prix, and I mean, if you can do 8 in a row, you're dominating.
Yeah.
You don't see that a lot, especially in junior formula. And so if you're able to do that, no, you have a lot of promise in your future.
Big future ahead of you,
yeah.
So, here's another replay.
I think this is still after checkered.
Yeah, this is just after
Yeah.
checkered. So, yeah. But, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you're absolutely right. He's now getting into rarefied air because Kirkwood, everybody knew when he was in FR. Now, I'll give him this. There was only a few cars back then. It was just starting out in the Formula Regional Series.
Yeah, when he was with Abel. And,
that's right, yeah. Abel Motorsport. And Jacob Abel, another one. Now
Jacob was in that FR, or the Oceania and all that.
Well.
The Indy Pro 2000 champion raced in that. And Ryan was up there battling with all these different people with a really, really good track record. So I definitely think that's great for him. He has a lot of promise as well. So I mean, even though he didn't take it today or anytime this weekend, I mean, it doesn't matter. Callum's great. Ryan's great. People still look at both of those because a driver's a driver.
Let's take a look at the highlights then of what was a interesting race for sure. So we got off underway side by side, the 66 and the 17, but it was Callum Hedge who got the lead. Cooper Beckland had to fight for it, but he got it, 3rd place. Then he locked up dramatically a couple of times. In fact, Oliver Westling in the thick of it, but he too would have his problems. And there it was, coming into that braking position, just spinning it out, getting a little wide at one point. Plenty of action all through. We also had this incident with Hewitt as Max maxed it out and had to get out of the car. A restart after the safety car. Same again though, the top 3, Bolsby going wide. No stopping Hedge. Hedge your bets on him being the champion. So don't forget, if you want to see the highlights of Trans Am presented by Pirelli, Mav TV is your place to go, and all the highlights of Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course will be on Thursday. That's the Trans Am night TA2, starting at 8 p.m. Eastern, and that's followed at 9 p.m. Eastern by the TA, XGT, SGT, and GT. You can see all those highlights, and don't forget Road to Glory also after that, which is a inside, or if you like, behind the scenes documentary. My thanks to Frankie Mossman coming in here and sharing his knowledge of the race. Thanks for coming in, bud.
No worries, I appreciate it.
Yeah, and we'll see you in action again from New Jersey. So looking forward to that. Frankie Mossman coming in here, racing in Formula 4. We'll see him next time out. But my thanks to Greenlight Television and to the Pirelli Holdings team and everybody involved in SVR8, Trans Am, and Formula Regional and F4. Hope you've enjoyed the weekend here. I'm Jonathan Green, and we'll be back with you at the next round at Road America. Until then, from me, Jonathan Green, goodbye for now.
There's a challenging spirit within Honda. It gives us the courage to go faster and the thinking to make it real. Whether it looks like a truck, a sedan, or an SUV, inside is the heart of a race car.
Hungry for SVRA action? Well, the best way to enjoy classic auto racing is with a delicious classic from Mission Foods. Green flag your race-watching snacks with Mission's mouth-watering race day recipes. Try some of our tasty tacos, piled high nachos, fresh chips with guac, and more. So gear up your ride and fuel up those stomachs with delicious Mission Foods. Now that's too fast, too tasty.